This is the story of a small NGO that was started in the northern Peruvian city of Trujillo in the early part of 2001. The founders, Ana Teresa Rosel Grijalva, a civic-minded Peruvian woman, and her husband, for whom the NGO is named, started the NGO because they observed throughout South America and Latin America between 20 and 25% of the children of school age are not attending school. Bruce Peru, the NGO, was established to solve this problem. Ana Teresa Rosel Grijalva, the president, has operated the NGO for these 6 years. Here she is in one of our small schools. During our 5 years, we've opened in Trujillo 12 little schools like this. More than half of them are in very simple buildings in the poorest neighborhoods. We go out and find children who are not in school and persuade them and their parents, usually a single mother, to let us get their children educated. Our first job is to bring them up to the date, to the quality of education they need in order to pass the entrance exam to get into the national school at the age they are. The next school is called Nueva Jerusalén. It's in a very simple house belonging to one of the ladies who's the mother of a child we educate. Here we have 35 children. In the first school we have over 40. These children are doing very well thanks to our Peruvian teachers and our international volunteers. We have roughly 30 of each in Peru, and the teachers are all licensed teachers. This is a volunteer, and they come and they spend between 1 month and several years volunteering with us to help get children off the street and into school. The first two examples are schools in people's houses, and this is a school we've established inside a regular state school. How this came about was the school started receiving our children, and they realized they were well prepared, and so they invited us to use one of their classrooms. And so now we work right inside the school with our teacher teaching our children, and as soon as they're ready, they'll go into the other part of the school, which means they're in the national school system. Here they are catching up with the children who have been attending school all these years. All these children you see either came to us illiterate or several years behind. Many of them had never been to school before. During these years, throughout Peru, we've opened nearly 40 schools, and we're in several cities with centers and schools doing exactly the same work.
Están ahí, solamente pegados, pero no practicamos lo que es nada, ¿cierto?
El niño disfrutará de todos los derechos enunciados en esta declaración. Estos derechos serán reconocidos a todos los niños sin excepción alguna ni distinto.
We have also opened this work in other countries. We've opened it in Ecuador and in Panama. Slowly our work is spreading throughout Latin America. Our plan is to open in 2 new countries every year and to continue opening more schools in the countries where we already exist. In Peru, for instance, We have schools and centers in Trujillo, Cajamarca we've opened, Chiclayo, Chimbote, Huaraz, Cusco, and Lima.
Mental y mortal, espiritual y socialmente en forma saludable y normal, así como en condiciones de libertad y dignidad, al promulgar leyes con ese fin, la consideración fundamental a que ese niño atenderá será el interés superior del niño.
We try to get into public schools wherever possible because we know that as soon as our children are ready, the school will accept them. Here, Ana Teresa enters our center, which is right in the center of Trujillo. Here we also give classes in English and French in the evenings, and our volunteers teach them. This provides about 10% of the income needed to operate our programs. For a very low price, we teach Peruvians and other people to teach Spanish, to speak French and English for about $15 a month.
M. Me gusta. Oui. J'ai regardé. Ah, le temps. Je n'ai pas le temps. Ah, je n'ai pas le temps d'aller plus souvent.
Souvent, ¿qué significa?
Yeah? Okay? So it might be revision, but just tell me if you know or not. Okay. So have you done colours? Los colores. Sí? ¿Está bien con los colores? Sí? Red. Black, green, purple, pink, white. Polka dot. Okay, I want you to look at number 2. Yeah, exercise number 2. Yeah, you have positive statements. Positive statements. Yeah, number 2. And I want you to make the statements negative. So, for example, Iceland.
Each week, all our volunteers and our teachers come together for a weekly meeting where they give a report on their progress. Here represented are about half of the teachers and volunteers who serve in the city of Trujillo. This is the end of the school term, and so they're giving their final report on how the children are doing before they get put into national school. Ana Teresa is leading the meeting, and the volunteers, these are the teachers actually, are reporting on each of their schools. This is the teacher in Alto Trujillo, where there are roughly 40 students, and the other teachers will give their reports. We have active in Peru, right in Trujillo, 9 schools. We've opened a total of 12, but some of them are only open in the summertime when we get young children. We work in the summertime to get children of 5.5, 6, and 7 years old who have no possibility to go to school unless somebody prepares them and sponsors them. They're usually semi-abandoned or completely abandoned, street children, or they live with abusive or extremely poor parents who have no possibility to put them in school and are usually uneducated themselves. We prepare them, we register them in school, we buy their uniforms and their school materials, and we work with them for a total of 2 years, visiting them every 4 to 6 weeks and holding a sort of club meeting where we reinforce our support for them. We check their grades, we give them rewards for good grades and for attendance. We check on their clothes, and our social workers check on their home situation. We also intervene with their teachers if they need help. This goes on for 2 years. Our record of success so far is of the children we find in the streets and put into our little schools, we get 80% of them into regular national school. Of the children we get into regular national school, after 2 years, 85% are still attending. So by experimenting and trial and error, we've come up with a system that we feel works very well and is a solution if it's applied on a large scale to the poor attendance of children in Latin America.
Este es el proyecto de Nuevo Jerusalén y a mí me acompaña Emily. También hoy día es su último día porque ella viaja mañana, de lo cual estoy muy agradecida. Esta semana ha sido muy fructífera en mi centro. Hemos hecho manualidades Papá Noeles. Ayer fue la despedida de los niños y hoy hemos hecho reunión, una chocolatada. Tanto padres como niños han participado. No ha alcanzado, ha sido muy poco. Nos han llevado hasta los hijos que no eran del programa. Sí, como de costumbre, pero ha sido muy bueno la participación y también la despedida, porque la mayoría de mis niños se van al centro educativo. Es algo muy penoso. Bueno, yo lo siento más que ellos, ¿no? Porque no los voy a ver ya a los niños. Y bueno, eso es todo lo cuanto a vida.
Even